Reed.Phase. That's right, I'm all 8 miles up because it's July and it's Belfast, and well, you know, if you're in Ireland, never ever leave your house without a hoodie, even if it's 40 degrees outside, because you just don't know. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on my videos. I hope everything's well with you guys. I'm going to make a little video on some more Comic-Con stuff, you know, whenever I can. But I watched Ant-Man last night, and I'm going to do a quick spoiler-free video on that. So just to top off, I really liked it. I'm not going to go through the history of the production and Edgar Wright and all that jazz. At this point, it's irrelevant. The finished product is out there, and it's good. And he does still get a little story credit. From what I understand, a lot of the action sequences are taken from Edgar Wright, and the action sequences will surprise people at how inventive and just how exciting they are. Basic premise, basic plot. Cat burglar, Scott Lang, comes out of prison. He's struggling to make ends meet because he's an ex-con. He's got a daughter that he just can't see because he can't keep down a job. He can't get a decent apartment. He can't pay alimony or anything like that because it just can't work for him. Gets, you know, just sort of gets thrown into this one more heist to steal something from a rich guy. The thing turns out to be the Ant-Man suit. He puts it on. Hank Pym gets in touch. Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas. It's great. Okay, the cast is built on. It's not an ensemble cast. I mean, Scott Lang has a crew of other thieves played by T.I., some other dude, and Michael Pena, who's a great scene stealer in a lot of this. But it's not really about him. It's more about the trio of Scott Lang, Michael Douglas, and Evangeline Lilly. And it's a story about sort of fathers and daughters and parenthood, which we haven't seen in, you know, obviously there's a family dynamic between, you know, Thor, Loki, and Odin, but it doesn't really go much further than that. This was pretty cool. I really enjoyed this. The idea that, you know, there's something worth fighting for. We're not fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for the world that we can leave behind. And I like that. You know, as a parent, it's good that they have a raison d'etre that's really relatable. The humor's on point. It's especially with Paul Rudd, who's just like, you know, I've been wanting Paul Rudd to be a bigger star for years, ever since fucking Role Models, man. And it's like, give this guy a shot. Come on, people. You know, like the guy's great, and it's good to see him. He's a natural fit because he understands just how mental all this is. You know, it's if I could sum up, it's a brilliant combination. Sometimes it feels like an Apatow comedy. Sometimes it feels like a really cool heist film. And then other times, it's just this mental 80s sci-fi B-movie. And yeah, I really love that, man. It's a great little combination. And it's got, it tangentially sort of connects in with the Marvel Universe whenever the plot calls for it. There are connections. You will see little links. It does take place after Age of Ultron, so you'll see how it ties in with that. But that's not really what it's about. It's a story about this guy. It's a story about the shady big business. It's a story about reconnecting, you know, fathers and daughters reconnecting, and ants, basically. You'll end up wanting an ant farm, if not a flat. If you don't want an ant, you know, you'll want an ant farm to stick next to that raptor pen that you've got in that imaginary house that you live on, with a farm for dragons. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, so that's a spoiler-free review for Ant-Man. I really loved it, and I would encourage. I'm going to see it again. I'm going to watch it in 3D. Caught it in 2D. I want to check out the 3D because anytime he shrinks, it looks great. It just he just almost folds up, especially early on when you see a few people shrinking and it's just like, what the, it's so weird and disorienting, and like, I want to see this in 3D. You see dust particles and shit, it looks brilliant. So I want to go back and watch it in 3D. Then I'll do my spoiler vid on it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Ant-Man. If you like this vid, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. And I'll see you when I see YouTube. Goodbye.